everyone, welcome back to another video. This is my reaction to the Liverpool versus Man United game. I think I am just going to get straight into it because I am absolutely fuming. This is now 4 games in a row and I just can't believe it. So the first thing was the lineup. Verts didn't start the game, and like I said in my preview, if Isak starts, I feel like Vert should play because them two work really well together, and that didn't happen. Isak started and Vert was on the bench, and I thought in midfield it was going to be Gravenberch, Szoboszlai and Vert, obviously, but he picked Szoboszlai, McAllister and Gravenberch. I wouldn't have started McAllister in this game because he's been pretty poor all season, to be honest. I thought Arne Slot would play Bradley at right back because he doesn't trust Frimpong, and he did do that. Kerkez started the game and I would have picked Robertson, to be honest, like I said in my preview as well. Also, Konate started this game. I said that I would play Joe Gomez instead, but Konate was actually really good this game and Van Dijk was absolutely terrible. So in my prediction, I predicted 3-1 to Liverpool. I know I didn't say this at the start because I'm still fuming because I'm literally filming this straight after the game, and it ended up being 2-1 to Man United. So like I said, I've just gone through what I thought was going to start and who did start. So now let's go into the first half. Man United literally scored straight away, scoring within 2 minutes. What I will say is this goal shouldn't have counted because McAllister, before they scored the goal, had a head injury, and you are meant to stop the game as soon as someone has a head injury. I'm not excusing anything, but the ref should have blown the whistle, and obviously Mbeumo scored the goal. Van Dijk didn't really do a good job of it because I think all of our players thought that the ref was going to blow the whistle, but he didn't. You can't really blame Man United because the ref didn't blow the whistle, so technically it's play on. I wouldn't say that we deserve to be 1-0 down at that point because it's only 2 minutes gone, but they took their opportunity. So we were 1-0 down within the first 2 minutes, and then Gakpo hit the post. He'd done this like 2 times in the game, Gakpo. Not gonna lie, it got within like the first half. I know I'm gonna go through the first half anyway, where I was going, oh my god, he's missing so many chances, just take him off. And I was going, he's been so bad. But now looking back at the game, like in a whole, he was probably our best attacker of the night. Probably should have scored at least one of them. But out of all of our attackers, like I said, he is probably the best of the night. So now we need to talk about Kerkez. Ahmad tore Kerkez a new one all first half. I don't know what it is with Kerkez. That's the reason why I didn't want him to start in this game. It's like he's trying too hard, and he's not the Bournemouth Kerkez, if you know what I mean. I don't know what's happened, but Ahmad got the better of him nearly every time. You knew that they'll just pass the ball to Ahmad, and mostly Ahmad would get past Kerkez. So I would say that Kerkez had a really bad game again. Also, in the first half, Maradashvili was a little bit shaky as well. I think he could have done better on the Mbeumo goal. Like, it literally went straight through his hands and it was only like 3 steps away from him. So I feel like Maradashvili should have done a lot better for that goal. And then I think this is where I think that Gakpo had a bad game, but now looking back on it, he didn't, because he was our best attacker. He nearly scored an own goal. He didn't mean to do it, but because of the chances he missed in the first half and then nearly scoring the own goal, I know he didn't mean to, obviously, but he scuffed it and it sort of went over his foot and nearly ended up in the back of the net. I think that's where I've got the thought of he had a bad game. Salah, bad all game again. Isak also had a chance in the first half, one-on-one with Lemens, and Lemens saved it. Literally, Isak just shot it straight at him. Isak had a really bad game again. I don't know what's happening with all of our players. I know what's going to come out tonight. Slot out, slot out, slot out. It's not a coincidence. There's a certain amount of players in this team that play well. I would say Gravenberch in this game, Szoboszlai at some points, and Konate did play well this game. Van Dijk was horrific this game. It was like the roles were reversed between him and Konate. So I don't put it all down on the slot. Obviously, some things are slots full, but the players also have to step up. Like, especially Salah and Van Dijk. I would understand if it was every single player that was doing this, but it's not. So I just don't understand. I think it's easier to put everything on the manager when you've got new players. I feel that's what people do, but I do not put it all on the manager. I know I said in the past that maybe he needs to go back to the old system that he played last season, but you can't discount what Salah's done or anything like that, or Van Dijk this game. And you know it's not on the manager because of how bad Konate has been this season. But then he turns up today. I know I bring this up about slot all the time, but I know what I'm going to see online. So please let me know in the comments what you think of that. So in the first half, we were not great. We haven't been great all season, to be honest. Man United's goal shouldn't have been counted because McAllister got a head injury and the ref should have blown the whistle, but they carried on, got the goal, and we missed a couple of chances in the first half. So I would say overall in the first half, they sort of deserved to be ahead. So now going into the second half, I was quite surprised that there was no changes to the start of the second half. I thought after Kirkes being so bad up against Ahmad that he would have took him off. There was no changes at all. And this is where I wanted to see Ekitike and Isak together, but he kept everyone on from the first half going into the second half. And then Gakpo hit the post again. It's not like in the first half we didn't have chances. We were bad, but we were still missing chances. And this is when I was getting really, really annoyed and thinking, I know they probably deserve to be up in the first half, but we had chances to even it out. And that's when I was getting really, really annoyed. And then we just kept missing chances after chances. Salah literally one-on-one with Lemens, not even a foot away from Lemens, and then it hits the bar and it goes sideways, and I'm like, oh my god. And then Verts come on, and then Ekitike come on. So we saw Ekitike play next to Isak for a little bit, and then Gravenberch got taken off. I feel like that was a little bit of an injury, and I feel like that's the reason why he come off, because he never takes Gravenberch off because he's always really, really good. So Gravenberch come off, Bradley come off, and then McAllister come off. So Verts come on, Ekitike come on, and then Jones come on. Jones, when he come on, he looked like the liveliest player. And then Salah on the back post literally missed another chance, and I was sitting there and I was going, oh my god, I can't believe this. He got to the point where we had so many chances, I knew it weren't going to happen. Do you know when you miss so many chances and then you know that you ain't going to get the goal? And it sort of got to that point. And then Gakpo scored to make it 1-1. And this is when I was like, I'm actually happy with just a draw here, to be honest. Because I thought, God, losing 4 in a row is an absolute nightmare. It was a tap-in, really, from a cross. A good goal from Gakpo. Like I said, he was our most creative forward this game. Then Chiesa come on for Isak. I think this was before the Gakpo goal. I don't get why Chiesa doesn't start more games. Every time he comes on, he makes a difference. I don't know what it is. Either Arne Slot doesn't trust him, or he doesn't trust him because of his injury record. Is either one of the two. Seeing Isak and Ekitike together, nothing really happened. I wanted to see it for like more than what it was, if that makes sense. And then Maguire scored the winning goal late. It was, I think, like the 85th, 84th minute or something like that. I could be wrong. And I literally sank and I was like, oh my god. I just couldn't believe it. Mamardashvili should have done a little bit better with it, to be honest. Not gonna lie, Mamardashvili this whole game, it was like the pressure got to him a little bit. They haven't beaten us at Anfield in 10 years, and then they just do that. And also it's the record of being 4 in a row. Arne Slot hasn't done that, I think, in his whole career. I saw he hasn't lost 4 games in a row. And then Frimpong come on for Salah. So Frimpong was playing as a right winger, sort of. What I'd say is Salah should have got taken off sooner. I would have either put Chiesa there instead and brought Chiesa on earlier, or bring Frimpong on earlier. He had an awful game, Salah. And then Frimpong crossed the ball into Gakpo, and then he missed it again. And this where I was like, I know he's been our best forward, but maybe if you would have brought Chiesa on and took Gakpo off, maybe we would have scored a couple more chances. So my overall on the game is that we missed so many chances. In the first half, Man United's goal shouldn't have been allowed, but with how many chances we missed and how poor we were in the first half, Man United deserved to win the game. Second half, we was a little bit better. I forgot to say we was a little bit better. Then it got to like 60th minute and we was looking okay, like better than Man United. And then we got the goal. Everyone's scoring late minute winners against us now, and that's what we was doing to everyone else. So you could say it's karma. But what I will say is I do not think we're going to win the league this season. Shock. Please let me know in the comments if you think Liverpool are going to win the league. I think we're like 5 points behind now or something like that. We've still got the Champions League, but if we play like this in the Champions League, we've got no hope. I just hope we're going to go on a little winning run. But overall, this game, we weren't good enough, and Man United deserved to win the game, to be honest. We need to do better in the next couple of games. Obviously, our next couple of games are quite difficult. See how they go. So please let me know in the comments if you like this reaction, and also please can we get up to 400 subscribers. We've been doing so well over these last couple of months. I would really appreciate it. So remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.